Welcome to LJMU History. I'm Dr. Olivia Saunders and I'm a senior lecturer in history and I'm also the programme admissions tutor. Like me and the rest of the LJMU history team, you're obviously passionate about studying history. It's a really exciting time for you as you figure out where you want to go to university, and there's a great deal of choice out there. So what makes LJMU history different? This presentation will give you an insight into what life would be like as an LJMU historian, what it's like to be part of the LJMU history community, and all the opportunities available to you. This includes our programmes that are 3 years long, the BA in History and the BA in History and English Literature, and those that are 4 years long, the 2 programmes with a foundation year. We welcome all applicants, whatever type of qualification you have, whether it's A-levels, BTECs, or you've taken an access course, and we'll consider all other non-standard applications on an individual basis. So what are you choosing if you choose LJMU History? Well, we're a modern history programme, and we cover the period from the 18th to the 21st century, and the majority of modules focus on the 18 and 1900s. Our aim is to prepare you for the contemporary world, to understand the present through the lens of the past, and this is particularly relevant if we consider recent events in the UK and worldwide. As I mentioned earlier, you'll also be considering our programme in relation to others throughout the UK, and in fact, there are 92 history programmes at British universities. LJMU History came in the top 10 in the Guardian University League table for 2020, the best in the city in fact, and that's something we're pretty proud about. And our students agree that is down to our community of staff and students. LJMU History got a resounding 94% overall satisfaction rating from our final year students last year in the National Student Survey, and that's something else we're really proud of. Because it's not just about the academic side of things. LJMU History is a vibrant place to be, with student events held throughout the term, particularly in the first year of study, to help you settle in and make friends, whether it's lunch with free pizza in between classes or a quiz night at a local venue. And it's this combination of both the academic and community support that will ultimately help you achieve your potential as an undergraduate historian here at LJMU. And finally, our city. Liverpool is a place of great historical significance both nationally and globally. And as historians, we make the most of the city, getting out there and using it as a source. So it'll form part of your degree. We'll send you off to explore the array of museums and galleries, as well as encouraging you to make the most of the social and cultural events on offer. So we're a modern and contemporary history programme with a vibrant community of staff and students in a fantastic city. So what else can you expect? Well, you can think of the degree itself as being built around 4 key pillars: British social and cultural history, the contested histories of modern Europe, imperial history and the history of Britain's relationship with the wider world, and the history of the American nation, its people, political processes, and actions abroad. And these pillars, they enable you to study different geographical locations and different periods of time. If you're taking one of our BA with foundation year programmes, your first year will be level 3. And this will build on your existing skills whilst increasing your confidence to enable you to be in the best possible position to take on the next 3 years of your degree. You'll study aspects of history of art and culture, media and communication, alongside English literature and history. And as with all levels of the degree, you take 6 modules in total, 3 in the first term or semester and 3 in the second. And after passing the year, you'll then progress into level 4. And for those of you on our BA in History and BA in History and English, this is where you join us. You start off very broadly in the first year, which is known as level 4. And we focus here on ensuring you can make the transition from whatever you were doing previously, whether that's a foundation year or A-levels, BTECs or an access course, or if you've been in employment. And we get you thinking like an undergraduate historian, really reading everything with a critical eye and considering the world around you in a different way. So level 4 gives you a broad overview of the nature and practice of history, and it introduces you to different approaches and different geographical locations, giving you a taster, as it were. Level 5 is much more advanced in getting you to engage with more complex theoretical issues and historiographical debates. And it's here that you get to choose your degree. There is a great number of optional modules and you start to focus and narrow down on areas of particular interest. And if you never want to take another exam, you don't have to from this point onwards. And by your final year, you'll be undertaking extended independent working. and real historical research as part of your final year project. And like in the second year, you'll get to choose from a range of optional modules, and you'll ultimately become specialists in your chosen field. So what about the modules themselves? Well, level 4 is all about providing you with the foundations of history. Making history is a key skills module. It asks really big questions about what history is, how it gets written, repackaged and reinterpreted over time. You'll also study 200 years of European history, examining how modern Europe was constructed, how nation states formed in the process. And as you know, the idea of Europe and what Europe means for individual countries is a topic very much of contemporary relevance. Lion Rampant, Lion Tamed is about the rise and fall of the British Empire. So a great module if you want to understand all those controversial discussions about the nature of empire and Britain's place in the world. Again, many of those discussions remain really relevant to today. In the second semester, you'll put your skills into practice in exploring history, where you'll work in a team to create an exhibition of your work, just like you'd see in a museum or gallery, and we showcase this at the end of term. You'll also take Faces of Britain, which is all about British identities. What does it mean to be British? How do you go about establishing yourself as British? And you'll look at this through the lenses of race, gender, and class in the process. And finally, American Age looks at the forging of the American nation from the era of independence through to the present day. And if you're a history and English student, you take Modern European History and American Age, a skills-based module called Practices of History, and 3 further English modules. Level 5 is all about variety and diversity. So debates in history is compulsory for all history and English students, and it looks at the conversations that historians have with each other and how and why these conversations and debates change over time. A research paper for those on the BA in history is an extended independent project which is set up to prepare you for your big final year dissertation. And then you design the rest of your degree. You choose 4 optional modules on the BA in history or 5 from a range of history and English if you're on the combined programme. And so depending on where your interests lie, you can really span the globe, from the history of the Soviet Union to understanding the formation of modern Latin America, how the Cold War intersected with nations as diverse as Algeria and Pakistan, societal, military and political fears in the age of terror, or you could look at a variety of perspectives on the Middle East. You could examine the dynamics of societies in Africa, explore the paranormal in Britain, consider ideas of sexuality and exploitation in the United States, or focus on the checkered history of modern Germany. And there's also an option available for students interested in pursuing a career as a secondary school teacher. The final year of the degree is all about specialisation, where you become the experts. You take the dissertation as the core module, and this is the pinnacle of your degree. It's a research project of your choosing that you work on independently throughout the academic year. And then 4 optional modules, or 5 across both history and English if you're on the joint programme. And this is where you really specialise and develop your expertise. For example, in British history from life on the home front, local and regional identities, Victorian city life, or the development of queer history and identities in Britain. You can specialise in Irish history, or there's a range of European history modules too, including Nazi Germany, France during the Second World War, or a social and cultural history of the Soviet Union. You can continue your expertise in Asian or African history, or else engage with some wider global debates on the nature of anti-Semitism, war and its associated laws, or the development of ideas on human rights. By choosing us, you're choosing to become an LJMU historian. You'll be taught by world-class historians who bring their expertise to the classroom. We are all passionate about teaching history and conveying our enthusiasm about our subject areas. And we're actively engaging our students and the public to ensure they understand the historical relevance of contemporary issues. And we do this on Twitter, on blogs, and on TV, or even on YouTube. And this world-class research comes with us into the classroom, and we're always thinking about how to bring history to life through our teaching. And that's why our study of history here at LJMU isn't just about essays and exams. We're much more innovative and creative than that. So assessments include digital poster creations, blog posts, and podcasts. Our students on the Gender, Race and Slavery module, for example, created their own website, and you can see that here. And they conducted research into the lives of formerly enslaved people, and now that website is available for everyone to see. And so what this means is that you'll develop a range of transferable skills, which will make you much more appealing to future employers and will help prepare you for life after university. You'll become part of a community of learners, a really supportive community with staff and student mentors to guide you along the way. And it's a vibrant community, a community that's at the heart of the city. We have partnerships with a range of local organisations, from the National Trust to the International Slavery Museum, and LJMU history students really benefit from those connections. And for those of you looking beyond Liverpool, there are plenty of opportunities to travel overseas, either on social and cultural exchanges or as part of the degree programme by taking a semester abroad. It'll be a transformative experience for you, developing a whole range of fantastic skills in the process, and we really hope that you'll fully embrace all the opportunities on offer so that you're fully set up for the world of work or further study. And LJMU historians go on to do a variety of roles after they graduate, going into teaching, taking up positions in the civil service, or working in the heritage sector. Well, it's all well and good me saying this, but what do our students think? Well, we provide a stimulating learning environment that really encourages self-development, enables you to grow as a person, and beyond the academics, to have a great time. And ultimately, we hope you will achieve the very best you can as an LJMU historian. So what now? If you haven't done so already, have a look at our website, follow us on Twitter, and have a look at our module videos on YouTube. And if you have any questions about the programme, feel free to get in touch. In the meantime, from all of us here at LJMU History, we wish you all the very best.